Hey, thanks for checking out the Crispy Marshwiggle. Every Friday, we release a new mini essay with thoughts on everyday life and wonder in the world God has made. If you would like to see these words in front of you and read them for yourself, you can visit my Substack and subscribe for free. And now, please silence your cell phones. Today's essay is about to begin. I learned this from my dad. Edition 1, The Stable Presence. I do not ever remember my dad not being there. His steady presence dominates my memories. I can see him in every big moment and almost all of the small, everyday ones. He was just there. Not simply by virtue of his geographical location, he was right in the middle of things, accepting every role I needed him for. He swung me around to 80s dance music in the living room. He taught us how to jump off the roof when we got 2.5 feet of snow at our house. When I needed a crocodile hunter or Stephen Douglas for my widely varied and rather detail-oriented birthday parties, my dad graciously accepted the part. It never occurred to me that he might be anywhere else. Of course he would be there. He was always there. The reality is I had no idea how much my dad worked. He was a surgery resident for the first few years of our life. He worked long days and spent nights on call. He fell asleep at dinner parties and pushed himself to the brink day after day. But do you know who never noticed? Me. I didn't know that he got tired. He never told me he could fall asleep on his feet because of how exhausted he was. All I knew is that he was still there, camping, biking, hiking, and building snow forts. Little did I know he was doing the grueling, upfront work required of those who would enter the field of general surgery. Little did I know that many surgeons marry another surgeon and pay someone else to be there for their kid. They're involved in an important work and don't have time for that. My dad is a great surgeon. I will put his work up against anybody else's and keep my head held high. But I didn't know he was that good until a few years ago. I just knew he was there, playing basketball in the driveway, throwing up his patented hook shot until I finally got tall enough to block it. See, that's the thing about a stable presence. You don't know what you would do without it because you don't even think to think about it. Steadiness is one of the least glamorous parts of life, even as it is one of the most crucial. If you are there for your kids, they may never consciously think about it, but you will be ubiquitous in their memory. And someday, they will see just how astonishing your attendance record really was. My dad taught me that. At this point, you're probably wondering how you can get a hold of my dad to pick his brain and grab some of that wisdom. You're hoping there's some YouTube channel or Instagram feed where you can pick up these golden nuggets or hear from someone who actually did it. Good luck. My dad doesn't work like that. He's too busy being present with the people right in front of him. His kids, his friends' kids, and his kids' friends. That's what really matters to him. Thanks for being there, Dad. I know now. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed what you heard, or if you thought it was one of the craziest things ever, please share it with a friend. You can also follow me on Instagram and X, the artist formerly known as Twitter. Don't forget to subscribe. It helps me out a ton. Take some time to wonder at God's world, and we will see you next Friday for another edition of the Crispy Marshwiggle.